like wait time. Damn, it hit November. Damn, now
Started already. So.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. Is it cold out there? Very cold. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they said like it was gonna be like 30, 35 degrees, and I don't know. Like is it that cold or?
It's cold, and
cold.
I don't like it. But what can you do?
Yeah.
I prefer the heat, the warmth. But I will say that I do like about the winters. You can get like really cozy and fluffy and
toasty
yeah,
inside your home and everything.
Yeah, so I do like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we just actually met right now.
Yes,
so
we did.
You just actually had some trouble getting in. So
I did.
So sorry for that.
It's okay. This is so cool. This is like a little house connected to the main house over there. It's really cool. I like it.
It's very, for two people, it's good for what it is. So,
yeah.
So for now, it actually does the job for now. So,
Yeah.
and you know,
I have a question though. Where do you eat?
Where do we eat?
Because there's no table here.
Well, we use for now our chairs. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I have my little table inside the room. So when he prepares something, he just says, "Hey Jeff, I prepare something. I bring my plate in, and I have a little table in my room." So
Okay.
that's what we do. Pretty simple. Yeah. So you know, we don't overly complicate things. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Very nice.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah. So you're coming from Freeport.
Yes.
As we said before,
20-minute drive.
20-minute drive. So thank you for doing that. So,
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Cool. So what I was gonna talk to you about, it's not only about your songwriting and your artistry, but it's also something more about what was playing around your house when you were growing up. And did you grow up like, dreaming about being a singer or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So growing up, I remember being about like 4 or 5 years old. The first person that made an impact on me musically was Selena.
Oh, Selena.
Yes.
Okay.
I just remember singing along to her music, and it was a great experience. And I think that was the first time that I discovered singing.
Okay.
So that was about 4 to 5 years of age. And I just remember just trying to copy what she was doing vocally. I don't remember if it, obviously I didn't sound like her, but I just remember trying to mimic that. So, and in my house, we listened to Spanish music mostly growing up because my mom is Dominican. So, so we listened to a lot of bachata, merengue, Julio Iglesias, stuff like that. Like a lot of Spanish music.
The R&B 90s, Brownstone Sisters with voices, Mary J. Blige.
No, that's too early.
Oh, too early?
That's too early.
Too early
for me, it was more like mid to late 90s music that I was like really into. And I feel like it definitely had influence on me. And of course, that was the pop culture of the time. So I just remember that was so different to the Spanish music that we were listening to at home.
But you were listening to it, right?
Yes, I was. I loved it. I loved it. Like, and not just like R&B and rap, but like pop too, just whatever was really popular at the time. Like I just really enjoyed. And then another one of my influences, I would say, was Aaliyah.
Oh, she was very good. Yeah. I liked her too. So
so like I remember, growing up and watching her music videos and I was like, oh my God, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
And so I remember that. And Mariah Carey.
Oh wow, the boy. I call her the Voice.
The Voice,
the Voice,
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Along with Whitney Houston.
Yes.
So
yes.
I don't know about you, how you feel about that, but I put them kind of together, so sort of, but
yeah. Whitney Houston, what people would say that she was like the greatest,
yeah,
that ever did it. which I respect her a lot, and she has a great voice and a lot of great songs. But for me personally, I just grew up with Selena, Aaliyah, and Mariah Carey. Like, I remember those being my earliest influences in music.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And very different voices too. If you listen to them separately, which I have, by the way, I always am into it.
Yeah.
So, but you can separate them, but they have their own uniqueness.
They do.
They do very deeply. But forget about how much success they have on it, on their own. But it's just so what's the word? It's not even unique. It's this grace that imposes in them a certain amount of uniqueness that really encapsulates the imagination of the people who are listening to them. So that's what I'm getting, from them. So I
think they have unique voices.
Yeah.
I mean, they all sound different from each other, and I think that you need to have that distinct vocal tone to be a very successful mega superstar singer.
Yeah.
I think you need to have that distinct vocal tone to your voice where people can hear you and they'll be like, oh, that I know who that is.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Do you think people get them from you, or do you have to go like, oh my gosh, no, listen guys, this is me. You guys will know, so be prepared.
I don't know yet because I only have one song.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm still to have that uniqueness, that quality of where it's like, oh, we know who that is. We know that's Karina.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm still crafting that. I would say that. And then, no, you know what's weird too? Hearing yourself sing, it's so weird. Like hearing the sound of your voice.
Yeah.
It's so weird, Because
no, that's what I go through every time I'm editing one of these episodes.
And you listen to your voice.
Oh my God, I'm cringing every time. Like,
really?
I could have done this a lot better, or
really, because I think you have a nice, soft, like really chill vocal. I guess your inflections, So I think you sound really nice, right?
Yeah.
But then when you hear yourself, you're like, what the hell? So that for me, like I feel the same too. Like not as much now, but in the beginning I was like, oh my God, that's what I sound like, but then other people hear you and they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, you sound so good. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that comes with someone who, I don't know how you will take this, but it comes from someone who is always looking for perfection in everything. So
that's
correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like when we say that about ourselves. So
yeah, I would say that I do try to make things perfect.
Yeah. And
what I realized from that is that if you're always chasing perfection, like you're never going to get anything done.
No, not at all. No.
So I kind of had to chill on that a little bit and just be like, whatever.
Yeah. Do you focus more on perfect execution every time that you even sing a song or write it, or
when I'm getting ready to record a song, I do want it to be as perfect as possible, because that is something that is going to go out there into the world, and it's always going to be out there for the rest of your life, and even after. So of course I want to give the best quality that I can possibly give, but at the same time it's like, okay, one thing might be a little off or whatever, but you just got to roll with it, because I've been in the position before where I have a lot of unfinished projects because I'm chasing perfection,
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah, but going backwards a little bit, did you have something? Did you have like a notebook that you could write your songs in, or?
Yeah. You want to know about my writing process?
Yeah, for sure.
So what I do is right now what I do is I go online and I look for beats, right? And there's days where I'm like looking and looking and I don't find anything, you know?
Oh, wow.
Because there's just a lot of songs on the internet, a lot of beats, instrumentals that they're not crafted properly. There's a lot of junk out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you have to find like that really one perfect beat that just sounds perfect, that was formatted correctly.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people out there who are still learning.
Yeah.
So they put their music out, their instrumentals out, and it's just really not of good quality. But that, I don't want to knock them down. They're learning. They're doing something, you know? But for me, I have to find that one perfect beat. And then and what I'm looking for is like, okay, is there like a vibe? You know, can I vibe with this? And just looking for the quality of the beat and the instrumental just has to sound good. Like I want it to sound like it could, like I could hear it on the radio, you know? So that's what I do. I find a beat, and when I find a beat, then I either I download it, or sometimes you got to pay a few bucks for it to download. So I'll do that. And then I just listen to it over and over and over and over again. And then I start crafting maybe a story in my mind of what I want this song to be about. I start crafting a melody as well. I'll start humming a melody over the beat. And then that's how I begin to start writing the song. And then before you know it, I got an idea pop in my head. And then I have like the idea for the song. Okay, what this song is about. So then I have the theme. And then from there, I just start writing lyrics.
Okay. So you listen to the song to the
beat.
To the beat first, and then you write your lyrics after.
Yes. Which
Oh, does it reinvert sometimes? Do you write the lyrics first and then you listen to the instrumental?
No, I wish. But there's just so many different ways to write music, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like some people will write lyrics down first and then find the beat.
Which is, I think, a little bit harder to do if you're not used to the actual theme of the song first. Because for me it would be, because I will have to listen to the beat first and then write the lyrics after.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, that's for me too. You know, I'm getting, the beat inspires me, you know? It sets the mood.
Yeah.
That beat will set the mood for the song, you know?
Gotcha.
So that's how I think that for me, that is easier to do it that way.
Okay. Gotcha.
So,
when you were a kid, were you writing songs then?
You know, when I was a kid, the first song that I wrote was in the 2nd grade.
Oh wow!
Yes,
look at that.
Yes, and my cousin actually helped me with it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was a collaborative effort. It was in the 2nd grade, and I was an average student in school. You know, like I was always doodling and drawing, and like I felt like I never really paid attention in class. I don't know, just like it just didn't really engage me.
No,
you know, sometimes it was just hard to concentrate on like what we were supposed to do. But I just remember I was always drawing, and so I was an average student, right?
Yeah. Like we most are, like when we start school, and
like I wasn't a straight A student, you know.
No.
I was like in the middle, and so my professor was like, "Oh, I have an extra curricular assignment. You can get some extra points for your grade." So I was like, okay. And then he said, we're going to write a song. And I just remember like being so like alert, you know, because usually I'm just like, like my mind is all over the place. I'm not really paying, you know, like whatever. I'm just like, I felt like I was just at school just to be there.
Just to be there.
But once he said we're gonna write a song, I just
your focus just popped up,
yes.
and then you were engaged in what you were doing at that time.
Yes, I was so interested in doing this assignment.
I can tell, by the way. So many people can't see you, but I can see the brightness in your eyes when you said those things. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no.
So then the assignment was to write a song for the new students that were going to come into the school. So I was in 2nd grade. So this is elementary school. And I think it was like kids coming from pre-K to kindergarten. So the assignment was to write a song to show the kids that are coming in about the school. So I went home that night and I was writing a song, and then my cousin, he came and he helped me. I told him about it. I was like, I'm writing this song, and I don't know how, but we just started like collaborating right then and there, and we wrote this song, and I loved it. And I go to school the next day, and
did you perform it?
I did.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
were you nervous at all, or were you?
Yeah, of course I was, but whatever. So I was the only person who did the assignment. Can you believe that?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was the only person who did the assignment. Yeah. So there was no competition, but I'm sure I would have won that. Anyways.
Yeah, for sure. If you were the only one who did it, yeah. So, wow.
So,
did you get to perform it in front of all the students?
Yeah.
While the teacher was there, and
yeah. So I went up. I performed my song that I had written with my cousin, and everybody was clapping, and the teacher was like, "Good job, Karina!" And I was so happy and so proud at that moment. And then from there, I was able to choose a few students to perform the song with me, and then we were gonna do the performance in front of the kids that were coming in to be in kindergarten. So that was that.
From the same school, or
they were coming from pre-K, from I don't know where they were coming from.
So it was a much bigger audience. That's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So when you do like when you go to the new school, like you're just going to walk around to see what it's about. Like that's what that was.
Okay.
So we just did a performance for these kids that were coming in. So
how did that feel? It was a much bigger audience.
And
the same.
I'm sure I was, still a little nervous.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so that was my first writing experience.
So was that the moment you said, "I like this feeling. I like the way that this feels right now"? Like,
I know that I felt that.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Yeah.
I know I felt that.
Yeah.
I didn't know why.
Yeah.
I just knew that I really enjoyed that moment.
Yeah, for sure.
So
like we all do if we get to do it.
Yeah. So then but this is the thing, I didn't write another song until
What?
Yeah, I didn't write another song until like a few years ago.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I thought you so this is my thing, because I thought, man, when I listened to your song, I said, this girl must have like a notebook from where she was growing up. She has a lot of lyrics in it. And now that you told me this, it's not, you don't, right?
You know what's funny though? That was the one song that I had written, and then I never wrote anything like another song until a few years ago.
Yeah,
but this is the thing.
Have you kept writing? Sorry.
Yes.
Have you kept writing?
Yes, this is the thing.
Okay.
I always loved English class. I always loved like reading stories and writing and doing the homework assignments for English class. Like I always enjoyed that. You know, there was assignments. There was a time where we wrote short stories and stuff like that. So, and I was always interested in the arts as well.
Gotcha.
And music. So I played the trumpet. Was the first instrument that I played, and so I did that. And then I also took piano lessons.
Cool.
So I was always into music, always into the arts. I loved art class.
Yeah.
I loved to draw.
Literature, as you said.
Yes, to read and all that stuff. Which is funny because when I was a kid, I actually had trouble reading.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So to be where I'm at now,
it's a big jump from where you were to now.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do in a sense. You are a writer who performs his own material.
Yes.
So that says a lot about how much you have grown from back there. From back then. So
yes. So
that's cool.
Like I used to be in remedial reading.
Oh wow.
So
yeah.
To go from there to going to like an AP English class, which is like it's not regular English, it's advanced.
It's advanced English.
Yeah.
That says a lot about your perseverance and your tenacity, because to go from there, some kids should just give up and never grow from there. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Yeah. So, did you go on to college or something, or were you?
Yes, I went to college, where I took other like literature classes. I took because you know, I love to read and to write, and you know, like there's always a formula to write a 5-paragraph essay or whatever. You know, there's always a formula for that.
The only thing that changes is the topic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I always enjoyed doing that. Which for me, songwriting is, it's a love and hate relationship, because the format for songwriting can change.
Yeah.
You know? So, and sometimes when you listen to a beat, sometimes the person who made that beat did not even format the song.
Yeah.
Like I've listened to beats where it's just a loop, a continuous loop.
Gotcha.
You know, how do you write to that?
Yeah, you just can't. Do you feel that you will feel more comfortable if you are with the person who creates the beat inside of the studio, so he could fit, you know, the lyrical content of your song? So,
not necessarily, because.
So you're saying you can rock to any beat? Okay.
Yeah, I'm working with someone right now who
athlete, right? Athlete.
Well, we did that song together, Wind Down, but not athlete. One of his friends, actually. His name is Nick.
Okay.
He helps me when I listen to beats, because I still get confused because you just don't know what kind of format of writing it is. You know, you got to figure it out. You got to listen to the beat and figure it out.
Sure.
So Nick helps me. He's like, okay, obviously, you know, this is the intro, and then you could start a song with the verse, or you could start the song with the hook. It depends how the beat is formatted.
Okay.
So he helps me with that. He helps me. He's like, okay, this is where the verse is. This is where the hook is. Because I do get confused with that, you know? But I always find a way. If I don't know how to do something, I find a way.
I know.
I find a way. I'm like, okay.
You're very intrigued by the quest of finding out how to do it. So I know
with a lot of things, not just music, but just with a lot of things. I'm just a curious person.
Yeah, which is a great thing to have as an artist, because if you lose curiosity, then you're not learning. You're not learning, continuous learning. So,
you know, I love learning.
Yeah,
I love to continuously learn.
Yeah.
And to improve and to become a better person.
Yeah, which is the main thing, is not only as an artist, but as a person. Once as a person you grow with that, then the artistry of what you do inflates from that, and then it's influenced by what you do right after that. So, yeah, I can see that in you. So you're very
Thank you.
Yeah, very intrigued. Even now when we met, like you were so like locked eyes. Nobody does that. The young people, they don't lock eyes when they meet someone, which is kind of, yeah, they don't do that. They don't. But that's just a little example. But you're a very intense person. I can tell that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you go with a passion.
Intense.
Intense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So let me check on this. So, but just to alleviate a little bit of the songs, so you as a singer, when you're working with a producer like with Nick and Athlete, do you trust him enough? So when you go into record,
I do.
So
I do.
To pick the tracks, or to...
I pick my own tracks, and I work with people that I trust.
Yeah. So you
that
like
know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like Athlete, I know that he knows what he's doing.
So you trust him every time you go in.
Yeah. And
you guys collaborate, or is it symbiotic of what you wanted to do at that moment, or does he fit in everything, like, you know, the beat, or do you show him the lyrics that you were working on? Yeah. Okay.
The way that happened was, so the way that I met Athlete was that I was at the studio one day in Elmont, and I was recording a song that's not finished, by the way.
Oh, there's another song, right?
I have another song, yeah. Okay. But it's not finished because for me, I don't like how the verses sound.
Okay.
So still working on that.
Yeah. Sure.
And but the producer or the engineer, he posted a video of the song, of us in the studio, and Athlete saw it.
Without your permission?
What? No, it was fine.
Okay.
I saw he does it all the time. The
Okay.
the engineer, he'll always take like a video,
Yeah.
just to have content on social media. And
Sure.
so athletes saw the video and and then like I met him like 10 minutes. The engineer puts the video online and like 15-20 minutes later I meet athlete and he was like, hey, I saw your song, let's work together. Or like, I heard your voice, let's work together. So I was like, okay. And I listened to his music. And athlete he's very driven. He puts out a lot of music. He's always working. And I admire him about that.
Yeah. He's consistent with
he's very consistent
with what he does.
And he works really quick, and that to me is so inspiring.
So you guys exchange information through social media. That's how you guys met, right?
Yeah, no, he came to the studio.
Oh wow!
He came to, and I admire that. He came to he said, "I'm gonna work with her."
Yeah,
and he came to the studio, and that's what happened.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yep.
For how long have you known him now?
I don't even think it's been a full year. Has it been a year? I don't even think it's been a full year yet.
Oh, wow.
I don't even think it's been a full year.
And what have you found in him? Like, what, outside from what he did when he first met you, like, now that you have known him for a year, like, what do you think of him now? Like, is he...
That I still think exactly what I said. That he's always working on music, always consistent, works really fast, and I admire that, because for me to craft a song could take months.
Yeah, months.
Yeah. So,
and if you get into the big scheme of things, like producing a whole album, that will take you maybe a year or maybe a couple.
God.
And I don't know how this top artists, when they're signed with this big studio heads, and I sometimes watch on YouTube their process, and they said, well, it took 3 years to record. I said, 3 years?
Christ.
Yeah. I said, what? But then you see the end result. They win Grammys. They make a lot of money to the people who put up the money. So it's a total different game. But it's the same process, I think, from all the way up, all the way down. So I think it's the same, I think.
Yeah.
Even for you guys who have done it at a lower level, but it takes time to create something.
It does. It takes time.
Yeah.
But what I admire about him is that he works quick.
Yeah.
And that is really important.
For sure. Absolutely.
So, what was the original question? I forgot. So we started so I met athlete.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start working on.
No, what I asked you was like, what makes him as a person a great producer, but
he's not a producer though. He's an artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has his hand in production. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Everyone does. Everyone has their hand in production.
But he's more of a rapper, right?
Yeah. No. He's an artist.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be known as just a rapper.
I didn't want to misconstrue that.
Yeah.
So I apologize, athlete. So.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I forgot what the original question was, but yeah, so we started working together, and I did a song on his album and his EP, and that was my first ever official song that was put out into the universe.
Okay.
And then after that, I found a beat. I heard it, and I was like, oh, I really vibe with this. It was an Afro beat.
Yeah.
Which I love, like rhythmic music that makes you, like
move and dance. And,
yes, I love that type of music. So I found this beat, and I said, "Athlete, you're gonna do this song with me." And he's like, "Okay." And that was Wind Down, and we collaborated. I remember I played him the beat, and I started humming the hook, like the melodies, and I even put like some lyrics in there, and then. So he heard it. He was like, "Okay, let's do it."
Oh,
yeah.
So it was consequential to what you were doing before that you found the beat for Wind Down?
What do you mean?
No, when you were singing the song that they recorded the video on, was that on that day that you found the beat for Wind Down? No. It was much later.
Yeah, it was much later, and then probably like a month or two.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so we did that. We did the song. Of course, I spent a ton of money because me trying to be the perfectionist that I am.
Yeah, you're trying to make things good and sound better, and yeah.
Yeah, but that that's where I realized, like, okay, not everything's going to be perfect.
No.
Maybe you haven't perfected this yet, but you will down the line. So let's just get this done, you know? So I finished the song, and then I remember saying, like, I want a music video for this,
So you saw visually in the song that he has a chance to be a video. Right?
Yeah.
So did you visualize the whole imagery of the whole video?
Of course.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if you knew this about me, but I used to be a production assistant.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, I used to work for 2 to 3 years. I worked on commercials, behind the scenes.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And not only did I do commercials, but I did music videos. I worked on a film once. And did I do a TV show? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is I have this experience, I have this knowledge of what it takes to produce film, to produce that medium.
Gotcha.
So
did you come within budget when you were creating the video? Because with all that training, with all that background, I'm sure you learned how to financially budget a film.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it
Excuse
came.
my language.
No, it's okay. So you can curse.
I worked really close with production.
Yeah, so you kind of knew within budget what was going to be needed. Yeah.
Yep, that was my department, was production. And what production does is they budget.
Yeah.
So I learned, like, okay, you need to have a budget, and you might need to rent equipment. I remember, okay, I'll get to that part later. But so basically, I knew how to make a video. I knew how to create a visual from beginning to end.
Gotcha.
So I hired the videographer / director. I hired him. I booked the locations, the hair salon, the studio where Neri was at in that scene. That's the studio where I go to record.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yes. So I booked that studio.
Yeah.
I booked the other location that we filmed in Brooklyn too, at a loft. So I booked all these things because I know I need these things. I booked hair and makeup, and I wrote a treatment for the video.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I did. I did
it the whole thing.
Well, yes, because I know what you need to do.
Yeah.
So so we did the video. We looked at.
No, it's okay.
Oh, excuse me.
No, it's
we looked around. We're like, okay, let's film this. Let's film me here. Let's film me over here. So we did that, and then at the studio. So I remember telling Janeri and my other friends, Jamaldi, Flaco.
Oh yeah, I know them both.
Yes,
yeah, I know they're very very
you
nice.
Know Natalie too.
Natalie,
Janeri's friend as well.
Oh yeah, I know her too. They're all great people, very good people.
So I invited them to. I told them, hey, they didn't even know I was doing this.
Oh, they did not know.
They didn't even know that I was into music. They didn't even know that I was into music like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I never really shared that with anyone.
Yeah, were they shocked when you texted them like, "Hey guys, I'm doing this"? And,
I don't know what they felt, but I'm sure they were like, "What?" But so I told them, I was like, "Hey, I'm shooting a video. I'm shooting a music video. So I have a scene where." I want it to look like, just like a little get together. So I need you guys for this video. And they were like, okay, cool. They were down. So we had this little scene, and there's like a little lobby area with a couch and a piano. And that's where I had all of them. I had Neri, Natalie, Flaco, and Jamaldi in this like little corner to make it look like it was full, you know? Because a lot of filmmaking is illusion. Yeah. So,
a lot of it, yeah.
And we're setting up the table, and we're setting up the products, and it's an art. It's an art form. Yeah. So they were like, I'm sure they were like confused, like, what the hell are we doing? Because I'm telling them like, okay, just start like dancing, and like you're having fun, and they're like, okay, like, because I don't think aside from Neri. I don't think any of them have experience with this type of filmmaking, like creating a music video.
Yeah, no.
So I'm sure they were like, okay, like
You came also with the way for them to react to the whatever they were doing, filming. Well, so you told them what to do.
yeah. So I was directing them like, all right, just just dance or whatever, just like you're having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm and it's weird because
Yeah.
and I've been in front of the camera too. It's so weird to just like fake laugh and be like you're having a grand old time. It's a little awkward to fake that.
Was the music playing while they were?
No,
doing...
yeah, we had music playing too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had music playing too.
Yeah, because sorry if I asked you, because sometimes I watch the B-roll behind the scenes with some of those TV shows that they have on Netflix, and they dance to no music at all.
Yeah, that's so awkward, right?
Very awkward. So that's why I asked you, like, were they dancing to some music or so you responded to that.
I'm sure that there was maybe a few moments where there was no music, but for the most part we had music playing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, don't worry, you're not going to be in the video, like like it's not going to be like you won't be recognizable, So
for sure.
I just need bodies. I just need people there, like to. So then they're like, all right, cool. So then I premiered the video on August 7th
of this year.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, and it's been doing very well. It's like a
23.
The last time I checked, it was like 25,000, I think, or
really
23 or something.
I think
don't
it's
know.
close to 24.
Yeah,
almost. Yeah,
but that's a lot of hits, though. That's a lot
well,
of views.
that's me doing. I was promoting. Promoting on with ads, networking with people.
Yeah.
Just also organic promotion as well.
Yeah.
And so that's that, which I'm really happy with because you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You could get like 200 views and that's it. Like
that's it. That's what I'm saying. Like to get that many views on a great video that was very well crafted.
Right, thank you.
So no, I'm telling you, the production of it is pretty cool from the ones that I've seen from artists who have just started, because some of them they don't even put the time on the visuals of their own work.
That's because they don't know.
Yeah, but like you said, you have all this experience, so you put it right into your own, what is it called?
Experience. Like I put it to my own work.
To your own work.
Yeah.
So it shows very well. So,
which I'm really thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm so happy because honestly, the budget for that video was probably like around $2,500 to $3,000.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
and that's very cheap.
It is
very cheap for a video like that. Very cheap.
Yep. Most of that budget went to pay the director, the videographer, because he also edited the footage.
Also, so you had to pay for his directing time and also his editing time, right? Okay, so he cost more than the actual video. Probably,
yeah. No, I mean that was my biggest expense for the video was to get this very talented guy. His name is Train, by the way, Train de los Reyes on Instagram.
Shout out to Sean.
Yes. Shout out to Train.
He's
so talented.
Yeah.
And he works so hard. And I'm always looking for that.
Yeah.
You can see someone and know like, okay, yeah, that person works really hard and they're really into this, into the craft of what they're doing. So I always kept him in the back of my mind and said, I want to work with him one day.
Yeah.
And
which you did.
Yes.
Which you did.
And I'm really happy with the way that my video came out. So happy for the budget that I had.
Yeah. It came out really good.
It did, right?
Yeah, very good.
So I'm so happy about that. And it's just the beginning.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of so many things that will happen. So.
When I get bigger budgets, I'm going to have way better videos,
And way more people to be in it.
Yeah. Oh, they're still going to be in it.
Oh, you mean the Gimaldi and Natalie and all?
Yes, they're all gonna. The next video, I'm sure there'll be a scene in there where I need like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So they already know the deal.
Yeah.
So.
I'm glad we're doing this so they can know exactly what is coming. So
so cool. They can know. They know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. That was the video. I did it, and now we're here. So after I released the song, I realized, oh shit, I just spent like $5,000 to $6,000 creating one song, and I'm just starting out.
Yeah.
And I have like a regular day job.
Yeah.
Oh shit. When I tell you that I was shitting bricks because I was thinking to myself, how am I going to sustain this?
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Very, very hard to sustain.
Very hard.
Yeah.
So, and that was something that I did, wasn't even in my mind before. You need, as an artist, you need to have a budget.
Yeah.
And I learned that after I released my first song.
Yeah.
So, what I'm doing now is investing my money into the stock market, and I'm doing very well.
Oh, that's good to know.
I'm doing short-term
investments.
Yeah, because I need money now.
Yeah, I know for sure.
How else can you sustain this dream? Right now, I'm not making any money off my music. So right now, this is an investment that I'm making that I hope to God will pay off in the future.
No, it will. It will.
So
it will. Yeah. If you mean well, and if you mean well, and you don't what I was gonna say, like, if you mean well, it will pan out. It will.
Yes.
So
I just gotta keep working.
And keep being you
keep
always.
Grinding.
Keep grinding and keep enjoying what you do, because and also many artists, me and Janetti, we always have conversations, and we always talk about this, and we spoke about his brother. He was like this kind of producer, and I don't mean to, I like the guy. I like what's it, Edwin?
Yes.
Edwin. So I like the guy, but when he was telling me his story, like, he kind of got disenchanted about the whole thing, because he was trying to make his passion to pay for his living, and that's not the way. The other way is to make a living,
and then work on your passion.
work and try to support your passion while doing it. So
and find that like transition where you're making enough money where you can live off of your passion.
Of your passion, yeah.
So
because that's what people get it wrong sometimes. You just have to, like,
I think that's where people stop and give up.
Yeah, and give up, because once you get disenchanted by the other people and they screw you up, then you get so discouraged and you don't continue further.
Yep. Well, that's why I was shitting bricks.
Yeah.
I was scared. I was so nervous, and I'm like, oh my God, how am I gonna sustain this?
Yeah.
So like I said, I love to learn and I love to educate myself. I was listening to this podcast. Right? Another podcast. I love listening to podcasts. Yeah. So I was listening to this guy called, God, what's his name? I forget his name, but he wrote this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Richard.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, the guy's name is...
it's Richard...
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, let me see.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad by... Let me see. Where's the... Robert Kawasaki.
I've seen videos of him. Yeah, he's very good.
I read his book.
Yeah, you read it. Yeah,
Dad, and I was like, okay.
He explains also that you should be. I remember watching a lecture of his on the internet, and he said that you should always focus on passive income. Always. That's one point.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, which is great.
So
yeah. I haven't read his books, but he's very well known in the financial world by being this great, very smart guy,
And that's what I do. I surround myself with people who are smart or smarter than me. Yeah. And if I don't have those people, I buy their books. Yeah. And I learn from them. Yeah. Because that's where I want to be. Yeah. So I was listening to his podcast the other day, and he said, in order to be an entrepreneur, you must be able to do this one thing. And this one thing is to raise capital. Yeah. You have to be able to get money to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't know how to do that.
Yeah. And they're not educated enough.
No. So, and I was thinking to myself, because that's how I think of myself as an entrepreneur. So I was thinking like, oh shit, how do I raise capital? How do I make money? How do I get money coming into my life? Like, so I started investing in the stock market, and I've been doing very well. And also, if God willing, if everything goes according to plan, I will be investing in one of my friends' businesses.
Oh, that's good.
Which is going to give me a very good amount of passive income.
Yeah, that's good. Which would allow you to have the freedoms that you need in order to put back into your music or anything else that you want to do. Which is cool. Excuse
me.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
So that's what I'm working on right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And I'm glad you, sorry if I interrupted you, but I'm glad you're going out of your way to get the books of the people that you feel that will help you out. Because people, even when they discuss a subject, they don't do the due diligence of, if you don't know something, why don't you go back home and read it? Do it as a homework. Read the books figure it out, and then you won't be looking like some guy who just talks shit, like just read about it and then talk about it with someone else. But don't be this abrasive person who thinks he knows it all with it. Just be gentle with it when you're talking to someone else about it. So I'm glad you're doing that. Sorry if I went off trail, but because I get into some conversations with some people. Well, the common people that live around this town, and they don't have like a base of what they're saying. Because they don't spend enough time on the subject, and they don't go back home or research or actually feed their minds with the information that they need so they can make a good conversation out of it. So I'm glad
that's why I try to surround myself with people who are smart and who know how to get it done, how to get things done. So because that's the kind of person that I strive to be, and I want to continue to be. So right now I am focused on bringing money in. And I need that. I need this passive income. And this passive income, if everything goes well, I will be getting it every week. Every week I'll be getting this passive income that I don't have to
go out and work.
Because I'm just investing. And so I'm just so happy that I listened to that podcast. Because that's what was stopping me. How do you make more money? And the funny thing is that my whole life I've been struggling financially. Which we all have. That starved artist life.
Like we all have.
And now I'm realizing, things are moving so quickly for me. Now I have money coming in, a lot more money that I'm used to making.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
I'm just so happy. I'm so happy, and
that's something that you don't have to worry so much about.
Nope. So that's where I'm at right now. That's why I only have one song because I know that I'm not just gonna keep creating music and just putting it out there. Because then you have to market your music. You have to promote your music, or else you're not going anywhere. And if you don't have the budget to do that, then why waste your money? Why recording music? So that's why I only have one song right now. Because first of all, the next song that I'm gonna make, my budget is gonna double.
With what you already done so
so if my budget was $6,000 on the first song, my next budget is gonna be 12.
Oh, that's good. Half of what you spent already on the other one. So I've been very fortunate to make a few contacts with the first song that I made. I was able to use that to create networking opportunities with other people. Oh, that's good.
So now I'm going to be working with this guy who he has his own label, and he helps artists. He's an executive producer. He'll help you create your song from beginning to end.
Oh, that's good.
So, which for me, that's what I've been doing on my own.
On your own.
But this guy has more connections, more industry connections. And that's what I want. Because it's time to, I want to keep improving. I want to keep going up. Up. So, that's my next step. But now I know I need a bigger budget.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you need at least a few $1,000s to promote the song.
Yeah.
With a reputable agency, public relations. You need that.
Yeah.
So these are all things that I'm learning that you need.
Yeah. As you go,
as
you go along while doing all this.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So,
guys, it's that time of the year, right?
Yeah.
Time of the season. So sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
so
right.
that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm just laying low.
Mm-hmm.
Making this money come into my bank account, saving it and investing, and I know that by next year
you'll be popping.
Be in the beginning process of creating a new song.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm really happy.
Yeah, no, that's really great. I'm glad for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can see it. You
And
will amount to everything that you've set your mind to. So I can see that. Yeah. So.
And the thing is, sometimes it could take a really long time.
Yeah, and you know that internally, which is a great thing, because people, they have all these illusions of finding success so quickly, but then they get just so I don't know, they get their hearts broken by knowing that it's going to take a while. But dude, every good art takes a long time to not only be created, but to also get to the hands of the people that would be willing to listen and put you up there. So
it's all about patience, and I know a lot of people get discouraged.
Yeah, even nowadays people don't have patience. They don't.
No, I mean, I think it's just the times, everything we get instantly on the phone. You can figure anything out with the drop of a hat, So I feel like that's why I guess maybe people are not as patient as they used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know patience is really important, and I feel like that's why people give up really quickly, because they get stuck. But you just got to keep going, because you'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself like doing something outside of the music?
Of course.
Yeah, like film. Is that something that you?
I'd love to do that. I'm with an agency right now. I do commercial modeling.
Okay.
So I do have some experience being in front of the camera as well as behind the camera.
Yeah. Like you said before, which is good.
Yeah.
To have.
I would love to do that. I mean, of course, if I do film, I want to be good at it. Yeah. I don't want to come off mediocre.
You don't want to have ass also anything. So you want to make sure that things are properly well done and very well produced.
Of course. Yeah. I don't want to be like. First of all, that's a whole other craft.
Yeah, it's a very different
whole other craft.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I have taken a few acting classes in the past.
Yeah.
But if I ever do take up acting, that's something that I feel like I will definitely need to study.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to come off mediocre. We've all seen the films.
Yeah.
Where people can't act for shit.
No.
And it's awful.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person.
No. And also it takes preparation to be good.
Of course.
To some people, I listened to another podcast with Matthew McConaughey, and he was talking about
was that the one with Gary Vee?
No, this is the one with Mark Benson. He's a comedian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The guy who was did you see The Joker? No, right?
The Joker?
With Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, I did. That's a good movie.
No, you know the guy who was at the dressing room with Robert De Niro with the beard, with the glasses? With the glasses on?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. So that was him. He's the host of his own podcast. So he had Matthew McConaughey on, and and Matthew was just talking about how he began when he started, because he started as he thought it was a summer job in Dazed and Confused. So
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's very good. That was his first. That was his first role. So
yeah,
he said no, I'm gonna pack all my shit and I'm gonna go out west. And he went and he tried to do acting classes, but then again, he actually got casted in Time to Kill. Have you seen that about with him? No, you should watch it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
But he said he took acting classes and he fucked him up a lot. So it's different.
It messed up his craft.
Yeah, because
Damn.
he said it came naturally to him. Acting came naturally. So for him to take acting classes, it messed him up really badly. So he stopped. But hey, it's showing good benefits of not
I mean,
taking
you know, to each his own. Whatever works for you.
And by the way, he won an Academy Award.
Yeah, he did.
Like 5 years or 6 years ago.
I think it was for Dallas Buyers Club, right?
Buyers Club. Yep.
Yeah.
Dallas Buyers Club. Yep.
Yeah. Which to me, I feel like.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did. It was a really good movie.
Very good movie. I'd actually the weight loss, it broke him. I mean, he's actually in good weight right now, but it
changed his
whole
appearance.
Yeah, and not only that, his whole psyche, because he's in good weight right now.
Yeah.
But he hasn't recovered from it, you know, because of the mental decaying. You know, he was sharp from the neck up, but then mentally, it destroys a certain amount of intonation of your own personality when you do that. So I think that's what he meant when he said that it broke him, because you know they go deep into
the characters.
They go method with it. So.
Yeah, that happens to other actors as well.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, I don't know why, but every time somebody plays the Joker, they go into this, like, really, like, I don't want to say dark place, but they go into this place, like, mentally where it's, like, it changes them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just depends how dedicated you are to your craft.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do that. Because I would never lose that much weight for a role.
Yeah.
Because I've been skinny before, and it's just not a good look.
No. No, and you feel physically very low in energy too when you lose that amount of weight.
Yeah.
But you acutely receive all that sharpness from the neck up. So you're very hyperventilating and alert of everything that surrounds you. So everything that somebody says, you pick it up really quickly. So that's what it does to you. But it, like you said, it's not a good look. It's not healthy to look that skinny. And that's the only word that I use when it's unhealthy. When I say skinny, because skinny sounds like very derogative. You know what I mean? Like very destroying for someone to say to someone else, like, "Oh, you're skinny." No, somebody says that to me, and I said, "No, I look thin, man."
I mean, you look
like I've always been like this. So and since I
that's
run,
your frame, and you look fine. So
I run too, so that's
good.
Yeah, so but there are other actors too that go deeply. You know that Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh yeah, he's a really good actor.
He's a really good actor. Yeah. So
but the thing is that these actors, they've dedicated their whole lives, or a very good chunk of their lives, to perfecting their craft of acting. Yeah. So, and I respect that.
Yeah. Do you feel in a way inspired to do the same thing in music as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
I want to, and I do, you know, dedicate my time to keep.
You want to be relevant and stay there. And really.
And I think you have to obviously invest time into that craft.
Yeah. A lot. But something I wanted to ask you for a while, since I've been listening to you, like, because I listened to you a month before.
Yeah.
So for a month I've been, as they say, quote unquote, studying. Because I wanted to ask you, like, I have it here. Do you like romanticize romantic life in your songs, or to alleviate a subconsciously, like an emotion? You know, what I mean, do you alleviate yourself with your songs as you write them, like subconsciously, or you know the emotions like despair, depression, and all, and sadness? Do you alleviate yourself?
There's, of course. I have songs that I have written that are from my experiences.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, these are songs that I have this song right now that I'm still working on.
Yeah.
It's been months.
Yeah.
But it's a song about a guy The song is called Waste My Time, right? So it's like it's a relationship story of, the guy is not a good relationship. The guy is in essence wasting my time, you know? So I do have a song like that I borrow from my own personal experiences. And I feel like you can hear it in the song, and I feel like even the vibe of the song
would relate to anyone.
Yeah.
Would relate to everybody who listens to it. Who gets the chance to listen to it.
Yeah. But I mean, I also feel like you would have to feel like you've had an experience like that too to really understand. Like, have you ever got your time wasted by a girl? You know?
For sure.
Yeah. So I feel like if this is an experience that you've had in the past, that you will relate to this song, not just to the lyrics, but just the vibe of the song. Maybe, like the way that I'm singing the song, just the whole package. So yes, I do take from my life experiences and put it in music.
Oh, that's good.
And is it like a way to alleviate myself? Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But do you think like you exercise your demons as well with the songwriting that you do?
What do you mean exercise my demons? What does that mean?
Well, like something that really follows you everywhere you go. Like it makes you, like when you're meeting someone, it makes you like question their actual, how can I say this? It makes you question like their actions towards you. If you think they're being genuine, they're being like a little off the rails when they do certain things around you. Like, do you alleviate that a little bit more? Do you understand what I asked? No. Yeah, no, it's okay because I get it. I get into this. Let me see. How can I put
like
it?
How you think though?
Yeah.
Very deep thinking here.
Yeah. Well, like, how can I put it to you? Let me see. So you can understand me a little bit better. Let me see.
So when I meet someone,
when you meet someone, do you go with a sense of honesty every time you meet them, or
when I meet someone, I read them off the bat.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like,
I do that.
Okay.
I look at someone and
that's what I mean.
I read them. Yeah,
that's what I mean by exercising your demons, because you go with a sense of. I don't know
if that's an exercise of exercising of demons.
Yeah, no, but I don't think it is.
No.
Which I kind of.
Yeah.
Mismanaged that or sentence. So.
Yeah, I mean, when I meet someone, I do. We all do that,
Yeah, to a certain level.
Size people up, try to see what people are about. And I like to do that. I think I'm really good at reading body language.
Yeah.
I know I'm really good at reading body language. So, yeah. Hey, JP, where are you going? You leaving? Okay. So, I do that. I'm really good at reading body language and facial expressions and all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
But we all do that to a certain degree. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, it's important.
Yeah.
You have to know who you're going to be around, who you want to invite these people into your life or not. You got to size them up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is that what you look for when somebody approaches you for work or for something to do, artistically? Like you know exactly who's wasting your time and
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I know, for me personally, I know what is a good investment of my time and my money.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I had this artist in Nigeria who wanted to do a song with me.
Oh, wow.
And I heard the song, and the verse is really good.
Okay.
It's really, really good. But the hook, for me, is lacking.
Okay.
So
did you communicate that with him when you...
I told him the verse was really good.
Okay.
I didn't want to offend him and say, the hook is not...
It's not good.
Yeah. But because I want to be a positive person, and so I told him your verse is really good. So he wanted me to do this song with him, but I thought about it. I'm like, okay, I have to go and spend my money in a studio to do a song that for me is not a hit.
Yeah.
So why would I do that?
Yeah.
So and he's in Nigeria, like,
Yeah.
which is not an issue, but it's like, I mean, are you gonna promote the song?
Yeah.
What are we doing this for? What's
Yeah.
the end game for this song? I'm not just gonna do a song just to do it.
No.
You know, are you making a video? Well, if you're making a video, how am I gonna be in the video?
Yeah.
You know, so I do think about these things.
Mm-hmm.
I do decide who I want to work with and who I don't want to work with.
Yeah.
And I do that by looking at the person and studying them and seeing what kind of content they're creating.
Yeah.
Because there's people who obviously have really good content. They're creating at a high level.
Yeah.
As compared to maybe like another artist that just is coming up, you know? And they're still learning. And I mean, we're all still learning, but
Yeah,
you
we
know,
all
they're
are.
probably just like at the beginning stages. And like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to, I just have to be really smart and think of where I'm going to spend my money.
Yeah.
So that's how I think.
Yeah. No, and also it says a lot about you and how do you approach anyone who comes to you for work, and you tell them very, very gently what you think about what they have created, so you don't bash them with negativity from the beginning.
Yeah.
So you're very sweet by doing that, but also you have to you understand the value of time. So that's also very important as you're starting out, because you tend, when you start, I don't know how you feel about this, but everybody who starts in any artistic endeavor, they say yes to everything without knowing the time that you have to spend on every single project, however big it is, if it's small or big.
Yeah.
You have to understand that your time is very valuable,
Very important.
very
Yeah.
valuable. So
Yeah.
even nowadays, people are not very honest with their time, and in any kind of way, like relationship wise or whatever you want to do, like music or any artistic, kind of journey. But then they don't. At least you're honest, which not a lot of people have.
Yeah.
I always go through the same thing.
You know what though? A lot of people don't want you to be honest with them though.
No.
Because there's people where I've tried to give constructive criticism but they will take it in a negative way.
Yeah, which is not, by the way. It's just it's constructive. That's what it is.
Yeah, but some people can't handle that. So
yeah, and it's so important to be honest with people, and honesty in any sort of like facet of life. You have to be honest, because at the end of every day, that's what counts, how honest you were with that person, because you don't end up not only wasting their time but their absolute attention to you, because they could be dedicating that time to something way much more important. So I think it's an undervalued quality, which I don't mean to just to praise myself, but I always, tell anyone that I'm meeting, even more in a girl that I'm interested in, I said, look, it's not that I'm telling you what I want. I'm telling you what I'm not going to do is waste your time. That's one thing that I'm not here for. So,
well, good for you.
Yeah.
There needs to be more guys out there like you, because let me tell you.
Yeah. If I don't know, if you don't, if your goals with that girl don't match at a certain point in their life, because I don't know how you feel about this, but girls, they have a certain amount of goals that they need to quote unquote achieve at a certain age. So if you're not matching what they would want at that time, then you're basically wasting their time. And not only that, you're wasting your time too, because you're going on this never ending going back and forth with no sense of purpose, which is not a good thing for me. This is how I think. I don't know. I don't know.
No, that's good. I think a lot of guys should think that way, because let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't want to dive into the personals, but I'm sure you've and with all due respect, I'm sure you've been approached by
Of course, I have a whole song called "Waste My Time." I've been there.
yeah. Hence the song that you're writing.
Yeah,
so.
I've been there. So yeah.
Which you do a lot actually on the wind down song, like you expressing. Yeah, that's what I got from the second verse that you sang, like being with someone or wanting that company or That's what I got from the song, by the way, when I heard it. So
Yeah.
you're craving for those not only physical emotions, but also emotionally. You want to be held down and
Hell yeah.
be comprehended and also understood in some ways.
Yeah.
So, which is you express that very clearly in that song. So
thank you.
yeah.
I mean, that's always my goal. I
Yeah.
want the people that are listening to it to feel something.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
So
Yeah. So
that's that.
So what else? Let me see. I think I think I wanted to touch on like do you play more instruments than only the piano and the
So I don't really play those instruments anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You let the person who's working with you to deal with the beats and all?
Oh, I don't create beats.
Oh,
either.
okay. You just search for them like you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I do create my next song, I'm going to be working with professionals.
Okay.
So I'm not just going to find a random beat online, I'm going to work with an actual producer, beat maker.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, the next song is the quality is going to be so much better. Like I have to top myself.
Yeah, always.
So
yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I don't play instruments anymore. Like the trumpet, I stopped playing it when I went into middle school because at the time I was like, oh, I don't want to be like a band geek or whatever. Which you're not.
Which is dumb. Yeah.
I know, it's so dumb. Like I can't believe I even thought like that.
Yeah.
Like I wish I would have just kept going at it. Yeah. And then I played a little guitar, but I didn't like the guitar because I don't like what it does to your fingers. It gets callousy. And then so I wasn't passionate about the guitar.
Okay.
No. But I went through my little rock phase in high school. So.
Yeah. So you got it out of your system very quickly. Yeah.
Very quickly. And then I picked up the piano and I actually really like the piano. And I'm so mad at myself that I stopped playing because I was only taking piano lessons for like 3 or 4 months. And then I started crafting. I started composing,
which is a good instrument to write songs on. By the way,
it is.
And I'm not in the music that much, but I know I've heard some people who are in it. They say like it's a very good instrument to compose songs,
of course,
to make them for demo recording too. Like that's what I wanted to ask you too. Like, are you going to be shopping your songs somewhere in some?
So what I'm going to be doing is with my next song, I'm going to be working with this executive producer. And I could tell right off the bat that this guy gets things done.
Okay. Please make sure of that before you go.
No, yeah. I looked at him. I saw his picture.
Oh, you did?
And I said, wow, that guy knows how to get things done.
Okay. Cool.
So, and he's doing things. Ooh, I just spit. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
He's doing things right now. He's getting... Like his songs are the artist that he's working with, those songs are charting. They're getting millions of views. He's got this relationship with like Universal Music Group now.
Oh wow, that's a big label.
Yeah, like he's building all these relationships with these people and these companies, and something like. But this was before. Like I remember this was before, like a few months ago when I started talking to him. So these are things that are happening for him now. Yeah. But I just remember seeing his picture and thinking like, wow, this guy knows how to get things done. Yeah. So you felt like you were not going to be compromised or waste your time. I feel like this guy is going to help me get to the next level. Oh, that's good. So, what was the question? No, don't worry about it. It's just that like I just don't worry about it. We will keep keep it to your subject. So yeah, so I'm gonna be working with him in a few months to craft my next single. Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is think my next song is gonna be like a Spanish English infusion because that's really hot right now. Yeah, and I speak both languages. Why not capitalize off both audiences? Yeah, for sure. You got a broader audience. So and also because I'm a huge fan of Selena, I want to have songs in Spanish. Yeah. And English. Yeah. So do you write as well in Spanish as you do in English? Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever tried to write a whole song in Spanish.
Oh no.
I know, no, but I know that I've written a few lyrics.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but I feel like for me, it's a lot easier to write in Spanish because my Spanish is very basic.
Oh,
Like it's like, you know, like it's like real,
Yeah.
like, and I think that's good for lyrics
Yeah.
to have not basic, but just to have like easy, understandable,
Mm-hmm.
relatable lyrics.
Yeah. Which you can achieve actually if you really dive into it a little bit
Yeah.
more.
So
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like in Spanish it was just easier because I feel like my Spanish is limited in a way.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm more fluent in English.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And my vocabulary is a lot bigger in English.
Mm-hmm.
But my Spanish is a lot more simple.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Simple. I feel like writing in Spanish is a lot more simple for me. And I feel like a good song can be simple. And a lot of good songs are
Yeah.
simple.
Very
So,
simple. Very.
Yeah. But would I write a whole song in Spanish? Probably not.
No.
What I want to do now is collaborate with songwriters, established songwriters that work in the industry.
Gotcha.
Because I want to learn from them.
Yeah.
You know?
Which you did with the production assistant gigs when you were having them.
I learned. So my next goal is to sit down with these writers and learn their process, you know, because that's just going to make me a better songwriter.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think you have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And for me in writing, I feel like my strength is writing a hook.
Writing a hook.
Oh, like a melody for a
along
hook.
with the beat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
For me, I don't know why, but verses for me is difficult.
Yeah, no, they are for everybody who does it.
But then there's people who are really good at writing a verse.
Yeah.
But they can't write a hook.
No. And you can help them with that.
Yeah. So I want to collaborate with these people. I want to meet these people who are at a higher caliber.
Yeah.
Who are already working in the industry.
Sure.
So when I release this next song, you know, this guy, he has connections with distributors.
Okay. Which it's a lot better.
Yeah.
When you do that, because you can get to a much
higher level, reach a bigger audience.
Reach a bigger audience.
Yeah. And then also I'm going to be working with public relations as well.
Good.
And
good.
From what I'm being told is that you need to budget for 3 months. You want to be able to promote your song for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. And I'll be working with public relation professionals so that they can, you know, help me get out there.
Sure. So with the writing, you welcome that even more than the actual producing style, or
what do you mean?
Like, you know, with writers, they tend to bring in their own ideas and do not. So you welcome that, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
If somebody can make my song better, why not?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
I want for the song to have the most success that it can have. You know.
Gotcha.
So you need these professionals with you. You need these songwriters who dedicate their whole lives to writing music, to writing songs. You know, obviously they have more experience than I do, you know? So of course I welcome these people into this songwriting musical journey, you know?
Yeah, sure.
I want them there because I want success.
Yeah.
And it's the only way that I can keep succeeding and keep making music. I have to be successful.
Cool. Yeah. Do you see yourself like doing like have you thought of moving to a different place where you get more influence, or are you okay? Have you done that? Like, have you gone
I went to Cali for a few months a few years ago. I went for an internship for college, and I mean, I love the atmosphere. Do I want to move anywhere? No. I mean, I live in New York. You know, I'm 45 minutes away from the city.
Yeah.
You know, like if I wanted to become like a songwriter and only be a songwriter, I probably move to Nashville.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking about that because
Yeah,
I heard a podcast with this group of three ladies who are the best songwriters in the business, and they live in Nashville.
Yep.
But they're so freaking cool. When you listen to the podcast, they were actually doing it while playing guitar, and
wow.
coming up with lyrics. And it's called Broken Record with Rick Rubin, the big time producer from Def Jam Records.
Mm-hmm. And that name sounds very familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, the big bearded guy with the hair long.
He has a podcast.
Yeah,
Good. I have to look. I'll look.
Yeah,
into
look
that.
for it because they had also they have a lot of artists, like the well-known artists. Bruce Springsteen too. I listened to one of them. I love the guy.
Yeah.
I love his record, Nebraska. Very good. And, Born in America and all those great songs. So, and he was explaining what he went through mentally while he was growing. And so, yeah, you should listen to it. It's very good. So,
definitely, because I said, I like to surround myself with people who are smart. And
he is. He has the very, very, very good question.
And these are people who work in the industry and they're successful. So, of course, I will definitely I'm going to listen to that podcast.
Because for sure, I'll give you the name so you can get into it. But because I was picturing, like, man, if this girl gets a chance just to audition for this guy, Rick Rubin, that would be like, just the fact that you're there in the room with him, that would be cool. Because he listens to a lot of music. That's what he been saying all through his 80 episodes that I've listened to. So he's a very good minded person into producing songs. So he has worked with so many people, but he's just emotionally a very driven person when he records songs with people. So just to listen to it. I don't want to give you everything so you can be
I'll definitely listen to it.
So
that for me is education.
No, it is very good one. So to end it,
yes.
So what are you hoping for? And by the way, I hope we can do this again someday in the later future when you get your songs out.
Yeah,
in the next year. So I hope you're willing to do it again. So
of course, yeah.
Thank you for it. But just to end it, like, what do you hope for the yet future that is going to come and the one that you're building yourself for? Like,
for next year, what do I hope for? I just hope to keep grinding. I hope to build a consistency because I will be honest, I am still struggling with that.
Yeah.
But I hope to just be consistent, keep working, get this money, this passive income, so I can keep funding my music. I want to get to the next level of music,
Gotcha.
And that's what I hope for in the next year. I know Corona is here and it's still here and it's not going away, but that's not going to stop me.
No, it shouldn't.
No, and I think right now is a great opportunity
to be creative and to keep
and to get into the industry, because a lot of people right now are on pause and they can't go on tour or they can't do this or they don't want to do that because it's just no audience right now. So I feel like this is a great way for me to get my foot in the door. So I see this pandemic as, it's unfortunate, but I see it as I see it as the glass half full instead of it being half empty.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah.
It's a good way to think and to look forward to a much better time than the one we have right now. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool. Yeah. So thank you for everything. And
thank you so much, Jeffrey.
No, thank you, Karina, for coming. So thank you.
Okay.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
I care about the people and I really got skills. Talking that cold, yeah, it's cold when the chills. When the chill. When the chill. When the chill. When the chill. When